Well, my name is Austin. I'm an incoming freshman at Browning, and I'm working on a 3D fighting game in Unity. The base project that I chose was to make a game in Unity. I chose to make a 3D fighting game because I always wanted to be able to make a video game and just to be able to do whatever I want in the virtual world. My project was completely custom, so I chose to make a 3D swords fighting game and have custom animations and characters. I will show you guys what I'm talking about if I can share my screen really quick. I don't know if I just shared the right thing because I don't think that I shared the right thing. One second. Technical difficulties. I don't exactly see photos, so instead I'm just going to share my screen. That's my script. Can you guys see it?
Yes.
All right, sweet. Thank you, whoever answered. This is my character. He has a sword, but the sword didn't exactly make the final cut because it doesn't work. But besides that, you see the skeleton that's used for animations. And Andrew talked a little bit about it, but I'm using a software called Blender that basically is made to will make 3D models and animations. It could be used for other things, but I don't know what those other things are. So this is what I use for Blender for. And so this is it. I will show you what I got in Unity. Second. All right, this is why I have Unity. Unity is also software where you can make games, and I will show you the running animation, idle animation. If you don't know what idle means, it's basically the guys standing still without, being completely still. I didn't know what idle meant a week ago, so now you guys know. Also, you guys might be able to tell that he's kind of floating, and that's because I don't have gravity. But I also only had, 3 weeks to work on this, so not a lot of time to make a video game, but, I'm happy with my progress. This map was completely custom, and yeah, in the future I'll probably want to make more modifications where the sword, isn't cut, and there's also 2 players. And what I want to do in the future is basically make a split screen game, so it will be like a 1v1, killing each other. I don't know if I PG'd that enough, but it's all right. One second, I'll stop sharing. One second. All right. It was really difficult for me to get the animations working in my game, and I needed to make multiple codes and watch multiple videos, but most of the videos were outdated, so the code didn't work. I also needed to combine movement with the animate. I also needed to combine movement with the animation code, which was difficult because most of the animation and movement code that I wrote didn't work together. I had never coded before, so this whole project was a huge learning experience. My favorite part of the project would probably be making the character because it required the least amount of thinking. And I know that sounds bad, but it was really relaxing making a character. That's more what I mean than not least amount of thinking. It was relaxing making the character, and I even got to listen to music while I was making it. So that was an enjoyable part. And what I learned about engineering was that I love seeing my ideas come to life. And I think being good at engineering is kind of like a superpower because it's kind of like being able to conjure whatever you want. And that's it. Thank you for listening. Are there any questions?
Yeah, I was
Austin?
oh sorry, keep going.
Oh, sorry, Jesse. So, Austin, why did you have to build the character in Blender and then bring it to Unity? Why couldn't it only be done in Unity?
Because I'm gonna say you can't make something like that in Unity, but I could be completely wrong. But I don't think that you could make a character in Unity with custom animations and things like that. But I mean, you might be able to, but I don't really know.
Oh, okay. Was it easier to work with than Unity?
Well, personally, I thought that Blender was easier to work with than Unity. It was, well, I think that I used Blender once before the project, so it was, kind of easy for me. I'm not bragging. I'm just saying like it was easier than Unity, but yeah, it was. I like Blender more than Unity, but they're two different softwares, so it's unfair to say which one I like more.
You.
And I was wondering if you wanted to share a little bit more about like how you got those animations because they looked really cool and it must have taken a lot to kind of get like the skeletons and all those movements. So how did you were you able to accomplish that?
So I accomplished it on Blender. I put a skeleton into the character, and there are things called keyframes, and basically you can kind of pose the character and then set a keyframe and then pose the character in a different way and set another keyframe, then the character will, start moving, which is exciting. And I basically did that for a bunch of keyframes, and I got the guy running and standing still.
Austin, what inspired you to make a fighting game besides like any other game?
Well, I love fighting games. I'm really into Super Smash Brothers Ultimate right now. It's a sweet game. It's on Nintendo Switch. If you guys didn't know, it's only on the Nintendo Switch. But yeah, I like fighting games. So I also like swords. So put the two and two together, get a fighting game with swords. Sick.
Does anyone else have any questions?
I don't have a question, but I
Go
did want
for
to say, well, I guess both Andrew and Austin both did this, and they both created their own custom characters in Blender. And the way Austin talks about it, he kind of just talks about it casually, how he just made a character and animated it. That's like a really hard thing to do. And that's something that would take me and I've been using like Blender for a really long time. That's something that takes me like days and like weeks to actually do. And like the fact that they got it done on their own like within 3 weeks, just getting started, is like ridiculously impressive. Like they talk about it really casually, but it's really hard to do. It's like a very, very impressive thing. So really great work, guys.
All right.